Hello and welcome to my little bookish corner of the internet. My name's Harriet. Today I'm going to be talking through the books that I'd like to read in December. Now obviously it's the last month of the year, so there are a couple books that I absolutely want to get to, but I've also accounted for more Christmassy and festive themed books that I want to read as well. So yeah, I'm excited to share with you what I'd like to read. We'll start with books that I have on the Kindle because I feel like at the minute I've got a lot of physical books and I'm kind of putting off all of those wonderful books that I purchased on the Kindle, whether that's in the daily deals or through Kindle Unlimited. So I definitely want to read a couple on the Kindle in this coming month. The first book that I want to try caught my eye because of the front cover, and that is The Snow Song by Sally Gardner. And this has been described as a dark kind of fantasy fable following a young girl called Edith who loses her voice when it starts to snow. And as far as I know, it's going to be like a dark Grimm's Brother inspired kind of story. That's all that I got from the synopsis. But I do know that there's quite a fantastical love story in there as well. And also I do want to mention that I believe that there are content warnings for abuse in here. So just keep that in mind if you're interested, but it was definitely the front cover that drew me in. It looks very kind of Frozen inspired. And I just thought it would be something really lovely to read around that kind of festive period. The next book I have on the Kindle I bought ages ago in the daily deal for 99p, and that is Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. I have got a review coming up for Normal People very shortly. It's been in the backlog for a little while, so I apologise that it's not up yet, but it will be up soon. I really enjoyed Normal People, spoiler alert, so I figured I'd try some more by Sally Rooney, and this was so cheap that I bought it. I think it was in the summertime that was in the daily deal. But yeah, this is a fictional book based around relationships between people, whether that's friendships or romantic relationships. It also seems to focus in a lot on communication between those kinds of people and also about self-identity. So I think it'll be really interesting. I haven't heard too much about it. I feel like Normal People is one that people generally write reviews about because they either like it or really hate it. So I'm excited to start this and just see if I still enjoy Sally Rooney's writing. If that is the case, I will probably try her newer book as well. Now I get onto physical books, which is super exciting. So the first one I've had for a little while now, and it is Ursula Le Guin's The Unreal and the Real. This is a kind of collection of short stories. So this is the first volume. I do have the second as well, but we'll start with the first, which is Where on Earth. And like I say, this is a collection of short stories, and it focuses on her interest in realism, magical realism, and includes 18 of her stories, which is really cool. I haven't heard of any of them, but I do know a couple of people have told me that their favourite short stories are in these collections. So I'm very excited to start it, and I think it is a mixture of kind of fantasy, sci-fi, political stories. There's going to be a good mix in here. And you guys know by now how much I love Le Guin's writing, so I'm hoping that I can sink my teeth into this. The writing is minuscule, like super small, but this will be a nice book I think to kind of dip in and out of while I'm reading larger books. So yeah, I'm very excited to start this one and see what it's about. But there is one book that I think I want to read before I start any of these. So this will be the first book that I read in December, and that is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. This I've wanted to read since I watched the film, so I have seen the film, I do know how it ends, but I've heard that the book is so much more impactful than the film. And I'm just craving kind of a romance and almost craving a sad book, which sounds crazy, but it's true, this is the kind of thing that I'm after. So the storyline of this, we are following Lou Clark, and she basically gets a new job, which is looking after a young man called Will Trainer who's had a motorbike accident, and as far as I know it has left him paralysed. And then it's following Lou as she looks after him in this new role and kind of the relationship, friendship that they build up and things like that. So I can't say too much more without ruining it. Obviously I've kind of ruined it for myself, but I really want to try this book, and I've never tried any of this author's works either, so I thought I'd start with the one that's kind of the most popular, that most people talk about. I don't usually like front covers that have the actors on it from the film adaptation or anything like that, to be honest. Just any front cover that has people on it. I don't know why, it's just not something that I enjoy. However, this makes me feel very festive. So yeah, I'm excited to try this one. And then there's a book that I've shown many times on my channel already, and I only bought it about 2 months ago. That is The Cat Who Saved Books by Suzuki Natsukawa. This front cover looks super cute. All I know is like a magical realism fantasy novel revolving a bookshop and a cat that comes and says that he needs help saving books. So that's all that I know. I just think it sounds really cute and whimsical. I've said before how much I enjoy Japanese literature, so hopefully this will be one that I enjoy as well. And if not, the front cover is just so cute that that's okay, I don't mind. And then the last book that I want to show off, I do want to say in advance that this was purchased for me as a gift. And I feel like I'm okay with reading it because I can kind of separate the author from the works if I'm not the one giving them money kind of thing. But if you don't want to do that, then I do completely understand. But that is The Christmas Pig by J.K. Rowling, so it doesn't get much more Christmassy than this. I believe this is a children's story, I don't know too much about it. We are following a young boy called Jack and his childhood toy, Der Pig. One Christmas Eve, something terrible happens and Der Pig is lost. So Jack and the Christmas Pig, who is the annoying replacement, embark on a breathtaking journey through the magical land of the lost. And I assume that it's just going to be really whimsical and fun, and it's definitely going to get me in those Christmas vibes. I mean, look at the front cover. Also, I should show you, because it is the hardback. Look how beautiful it is. It's so cute. So yeah, like I say, I totally get if you don't want to read that, but as it was a gift to me and I do think that it sounds very interesting and cute, I am actually going to give this a go. But yeah, that is it for the main books that I want to read in December. I don't want to set my expectations too high because work is just going to be crazy. It always is around Christmas time. So yeah, whatever I can read, I'll be very happy with. If I can get through all of those, that'll be brilliant. If I don't, then that's also okay. There's always next year. Let me know if you're going to focus in specifically on any festive books in the month of December, or if you're just going to read whatever you fancy. But yeah, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!